Yeah, but what I will say is that anybody who knows me knows that I always describe myself as if Seth Rogen, James Franco, and Oprah had a baby. This guy, okay?
Would you like to show that off to the camera? That'd be a perfect way to start our episode. Yeah, it's a naked Nicolas Cage coming out of a banana peel.
This is rich. This is rich.
And potassium and good looks and good vibes.
Is that gonna go on your car?
I'm gonna, you know what? I was thinking my laptop.
Oh, that's even better.
I was thinking my laptop, but the car might be better.
That would be such a fun way to meet you. Like, who is this lady with Nicolas Cage coming out of a banana on her laptop? And then you sit down and you meet
I think that might be better.
Nyla Love. Ladies and
Naila.
gentlemen. excuse me.
Long
Dude,
E.
you already fucked it up, man.
I already fucked it up. So, let's try that again. We have Nyla Love coming on the podcast today. Thank
Then
you.
he said naive love.
Just call her Nye. Like, you can't go wrong with Nye.
What is it? I thought it was... Because the whole time I just called you Nye, so I was trying to get the full name. That's
and
my
that is
bad.
why I'm laughing, and I'm not offended because people spend their entire lives calling me Nye, and then the first time they try to actually attempt my full name, they fuck it up. Because why would you get it right? So it's Naila.
Nyla.
There you go.
Nyla Love.
That's it.
Okay. All right.
Which is
I got
kind
it
of a
this time.
tongue twister. Like, I have to say it slowly, otherwise I'll fuck it up.
I got to say that double L, like right
Yeah.
before. Yeah, that's a little, like,
Yeah.
that threw me off.
My mom
because-
was on bullshit. Yep. Sorry.
I don't know. I think I just found my new daughter's name, not Nyla, because that's yours. I can't take
she
that
can
from you.
have it. Shit, other people have it.
But I did. Have you seen Kill Bill before?
I think once.
Okay, so in the very beginning, you meet Vivica Fox, Vernita Green in the movie, and she has a daughter, and she calls her Nikki the whole time, and I remember her that being her name, and then she gets mad at her and says her full name, Nikia.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a cold ass fucking name.
Nikia?
Like if I have a daughter that's just out there like on the basketball team or something,
Yeah.
just, Nikia from the wing. It'll make me like
from
that.
the way.
So today on the Dingbat District podcast, thank you for coming
Because she
back
could
and
have been
watching.
anything, right? But he immediately went to basketball. That's funny.
Yeah, because I'll have a tall kid probably.
she's black.
Hopefully.
That's what people will think if you name her Nakia, for sure. Good luck.
If she's white, I'll name her Nokia.
Nokia. Then they might think she's like Asian. I don't know.
No, they'll think she's unbreakable.
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 Okay.
She's just going to be a white middle line. She'll be the first lady in the NFL. She'll look like Brian Urlacher.
Okay.
Just lined
She'll
up
be
with the-
unbreakable with low energy.
Exactly. She'll have
Got
a
it.
high top fade. Oh, there goes my ears.
Zero battery.
Yeah.
Nokias were shitty for. Oh, so you know what? I'm older, guys. So you guys might not be
Wait,
getting
how
some
old
of
are you?
these jokes. I'm 34.
You're 34?
I'm 34.
Dude,
Wow.
when she told me that, I was like, you're fucking with me, right?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Does black actually not crack, or do I just look like a crock of shit? Like, am I just falling apart at the
Black
seams?
doesn't crack unless it cracks.
Oh, so
Ooh.
it's like once it cracks, it's done?
Meaning like crack cocaine.
Oh.
Then
There it
you get into
is.
that type of shit. Then you start to get the crackly blacks.
Okay,
But if
that's good
If
information.
you stay away from those hard drugs, yeah,
That makes
you're
sense.
fine.
We were hanging out in Deep Ellum last night, and for the first time, I was actually looking at the homeless people, because usually if you look at them, they look at you, and then you have to say, no, I don't want to give you
You don't
money.
want to lock eyes.
Yeah.
Never lock eyes.
You look straight up or at the
Because
ground.
then it's like you're committing to something.
Exactly. Like, I'll at least have a conversation with you for the first time in a month.
Yeah.
But you won't just have to talk to yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like looking an animal in the eyes. Like, if you, like, pretend they're not there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it won't attack
Yeah,
you.
maybe.
Bear?
Zeus.
What
little,
bear?
little Zeus fat boy, the cat, he'll attack you no matter what. Especially if it's dark. He likes to swat at my ankles when it's pitch dark in the house. It's the most terrifying
Swat
thing.
at your ankles.
Yeah.
That's
it's-
hilarious.
Yeah, that cat's
why the
kind of an
angles?
asshole.
I know. He really is an asshole. He's just a catty gay. Like, he's so lovable, but when you don't give him the amount of love that he wants, he'll swat you just immediately.
I've been slapped by a cat.
It's like
before, and it pissed me off because we were bonding before the slap.
Exactly.
Like, I was caught off guard, and it was just sitting on my lap. I'm rubbing it's rubbing me.
I didn't do anything
good.
different.
And then he got up, it walked around, and it was like a lever or a ledge on the back of the couch, and it stood back there for a minute. And I'm like, okay, yeah, and it reached around. Look, he's fucked the camera up here.
I went to SWAT like Zeus. That's my bad.
It's okay.
Welcome back to the Dingbat District. Yeah. Wow. I smacked the fuck out of it, apparently.
You did.
I did. That's my bad. You need a new camera, Blake. This is how I'm telling you now. No.
Hilarious.
I'm not telling you anything because you do your job perfectly.
He does. Blake is amazing.
So, coming back to the Dingbat District today, we got a very fun, interesting episode because I am very excited. This will be our first non-comic on the podcast. And I'm very excited that it's you of all people because
I didn't know that.
Like Blake, I had an instant bond with you when we shot Whiskey Seltzer, which is how I met Blake and Nye here. I was an actor on that movie. You were the...
Everything.
Yeah. I knew you had one title, but it was just you were acting, you were coaching, you were helping you film.
You were the female version of me on that film.
Basically.
You were the anger translator when Blake couldn't get it out.
I was. I was like, oh shit. Okay, guys. Hey, listen. Let's clear the room. If you're not in this scene, I need you to clear the room.
Yeah, you're the female version of me that wasn't getting fucked.
Yeah, no, I don't like getting fucked. That's not, something I try to do.
That's all Blake's alley.
Yeah, I'm good at getting fucked.
Yeah, Blake can have all the fucking.
He's a power bottom, that guy.
Oh God.
Look at him.
Power bottom. Has Power Bottom made it all the way to Dingbat?
It has.
Oh God.
It's probably
we're on the come up, man. Like, we really are.
This cannot be the first time we've even said that phrase on this podcast, and this is like the 11th time we've shot
Power Bottom. My mom is in love with that phrase. Power Bottom.
Your mom?
Yeah.
What does she know about the phrase?
Social media.
Okay.
Beyonce's internet, okay?
Beyonce's internet specific. What's going on in the Beehive?
The Beehive controls the internet. Basically,
okay,
whatever they say goes. So this is Beyonce's. That's what I hear. So I'm just,
Fuck, I should have wore a Beyonce shirt. I went with
he was Britney Spears today. Yeah.
You went toxic.
And you got on this fucking Cowboys jersey.
Yeah, like
I do.
First of all,
because I do remember you're a Packers fan. And fuck you.
I gotta give you some
I
shit.
know. I knew it was coming, so I take it when I need to. But go ahead.
You should have told me. I could have worn my love jersey.
Oh damn! I didn't even think about it.
How does it feel to have a quarterback on your favorite team that has the same last name as you? That works out pretty perfect, doesn't it?
It's amazing because he's automatically my cousin. And how can you tell me he's not?
Are you starting
where's your proof?
Are you starting to like Jordan Love now as a quarterback?
I am. You know what? I think he's good. I think chemistry is a thing, and when you're playing on a team with 20 plus guys, that's something that could take a little bit of getting used to.
Right, and it was such a young team.
Such a young team, and I think for him to have stepped up the way that he did in such a short amount of time.
He secretly,
with no real advance notice.
He secretly had a really good season, like statistically.
Really good season.
Yeah.
Really good season statistically, but I think genuinely sitting under Aaron Rodgers for as long as he did wasn't ideal in his mindset, but it was kind of perfect.
No, and it was worth it too.
He's
patience
poised.
pays off.
Exactly. He's very poised back there. He's got like a field general's kind of perspective on it while being so young.
Yeah, and you can tell he's been watching. He's not been one of those guys on the sideline just like, shit, let me collect my check, you know what I'm saying, keep my ass warm on the bench a little bit and keep moving.
I have heard Aaron bring up Jordan on like Pat McAfee show or something like that, talking about how he's actively pursuing Aaron Rodgers' advice when he was his starting quarterback. So he would text him, Aaron wouldn't have to go out and say like, you fucked up on this play, this is what you need to do. He's like, where did I fuck up?
Yeah, tell me.
And you did great on this play. Like,
amazing.
I need to do that instead of what I'm doing or something like that.
That's how you learn. That's how you grow. And it shows.
Exactly.
He's killing it. So
I'm
excited for next season because I know he's going to take some notes.
It's going to be an interesting season for the Packers next year because they got a lot farther than everyone thought. So now they have that momentum. They're going to come back a little harder probably.
Yeah. They got to get their defense together though.
Right.
The defense gave that last game away.
It was, and that's so random for the Packers. Like of all the years, they've always had the quarterback and then the stellar defense to ride off.
But you know what? They always get tired and typically blow it in the third fucking quarter.
Typically blow it, and then if you don't have Aaron Rodgers to throw that, God forbid, Hail Mary bar that kills us every single season,
then you're in trouble. So they found themselves in trouble with the 49ers, and it seemed as if the Packers just didn't want to physically contact the 49ers.
Yeah,
like they were really afraid. It looked like they were afraid. I'm like, what is with the, you keep going for the legs and the weird stuff.
Yeah.
Get them.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Jump. Make it happen. And I just was not seeing that, and it pissed me off.
Right. So, it's like they saw that Debo was coming back and were like, all right, we're going to lose. Debo's back. Like they heard all the commentators and shit.
And maybe they did, but that should be a lesson if they did.
Exactly.
Fucking keep your ears out the streets when you're in the game.
No. So I also wore this jersey because I don't know if you've ever heard of Charles Haley. He was a Super Bowl era Dallas Cowboys defensive end. And I specifically bought this jersey because of what I heard he's like in the locker room.
Oh.
Apparently, he's just this like 6'6" huge dude, and apparently huge didn't stop when it came below the belt. He had a piece supposedly, and he would just walk around the locker room
like this kind of piece. Oh, okay.
Like third leg tripod.
Third
could, like,
leg.
Lean.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And everyone that was in the locker room with him would say he'd walk around, and because he's big and his piece is so big, he'd just put it on people's shoulder like it was a parrot, and no one could say anything because he's just so much bigger than everyone. He's like, that's a funny joke, Charles. Please take your penis off of me.
That is concerning.
Yeah, but it's dude on dude in the locker room. Those don't count.
I would not want to be that guy's power bottom.
I wouldn't either, but I'd love... Guess what? He's on my team, so like anything that he does, I'm like, just don't take my head off, you big bastard.
But what?
He's not on your team.
I just feel like if I was in the locker room and, I'm just like putting my hair in a ponytail after washing it, and a teammate came and slapped her titty on my shoulder, like I'd punch her in her shit. Probably.
I feel like that would be hilarious, but also now that I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking about how high school, like in the shared locker room situations, and we had that shit where like there were only so many shower heads that actually worked, so you had to just wait on them.
Sure.
And there was a dude one time, and he tried to cut in front of me in front of the shower line, and by doing that, he put his dick on my thigh. And
what?
like you said, like going back and thinking I was 100% wrong and thinking it was funny with Charles Haley because I knocked his shit. I fucking I punched him one time and then kicked him into the piss drain in the shower. And then I took my shower.
See, there you go. Right? So I'm not... Okay, so yeah, you feel me. But like, I'm sorry. I don't think the size of a person's dick would like...
But it's funny because it didn't happen to
me.
me.
For me. I'd be irritated as shit. Like,
well, it'd be pretty gross if it was a bad dick.
It would make it worse.
You get a little worm dick on your shoulder. Be like, get that little fucker off of me.
Dude, if someone put a little worm dick on my shoulder,
I
would be so much more upset with a small piece than a big one. Or like, you're that confident that I would like this.
It'd be equal for me. But like, okay, because as a girl, I'm not the girl that's like, ooh, an unsolicited dick pic. Wow, thanks. Like, what the fuck is it?
Who is though? I thought that was like 100% no, like all the time.
Well, I don't know. I can only speak for me and like fucking no. Say no.
But what
to
if it was
unsolicited dick pics?
Dude, what if it was a funny haha vibe the whole time? Like it was no sexual tension, like just you and your bros. You and your chicks in this situation, just a big fat titty.
Do you just like randomly get dick pics from like random?
Literally.
Still?
What?
Let me tell you. And the funniest thing is,
don't you have a man though?
I do. Wait, but listen. The funniest thing is that they're from numbers. I have no idea who these people are. And so what I think is happening is that there's a girl in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, which is the city that I'm from, because I still have my 414 number.
Right.
I think she has my number as her memorized fake number, and it's probably some close rendition to hers. This is what I'm thinking. Just my theory.
Right.
And I'm thinking she gives this shit out every so often. And for the most part, she gives it to guys that she likes. But then sometimes she gives it to, no.
And you're saving her
most
like,
part,
hey.
she's giving it to the guys that she does not want. And then I'm waking up 5 o'clock in the morning to a dick pic with a dude in fucking 70s bed sheets. You could tell he's in his mom's basement or something. And I'm like, probably watching a fucking tube TV. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? Why did you send me this?
She's probably using you as a middleman. Like you just need to get that text and you're like, hey girl, that one last night, little dick. Don't.
Little dick. Don't.
Anything impressive?
Impressive. You know what? Impressive. I'm such a weird girl because I'm very specific when it comes to like everything.
Right.
Has there been some big ones? Yeah. Yeah.
I like
impressive.
Any of
For
them
me,
are like,
I'm
nice
not a girl
job.
that's like, ooh, size matters. Oh my God, the dick size. Oh my God. I'm not a shallow girl like that. So like shit like that, money, things. What's your
money
like?
is what you're looking for. That's what I'm looking for. If you're
Money's
65
nice.
years old, gonna
Money's
die
nice.
soon, and your husband already died
Money's
with a
nice.
lot of money, hit me up.
Money's nice. I mean, I must admit, because I've been with men who did not have a lot, and my current boyfriend is
Doing
very
well for
privileged.
himself.
Yes,
There
he
you go.
is. He's working hard, and so I'm afforded some luxuries.
Exactly.
And I'm like, shit. Well, you can't go back from this.
Nah,
Like,
you can't go
you know
back.
what I'm saying? Like, and so I think about all the conversations women have, and they're like, no, if he's not making six figures, and I've been the girl sometimes it's been like, oh, that's so shallow. Like, come on,
Have you
get
ever
over
made
yourself.
90K? 90K is pretty nice.
Right?
I'm doing
and,
well
and
with.
now I'm like, well, yeah, I don't know if I would be able to go back with a guy that doesn't make this amount of money.
The
like,
small
you know?
luxuries, it's not like, I don't think I'd ever give a shit about big luxuries. Like, I
Yeah.
just bought a condo in fucking New Hampshire or whatever.
Yeah.
That's a shitty example. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
I need to.
Hey,
Where the fuck did that come from?
I don't know. I don't have a frame
Dreams
of reference
deferred.
to like, I'm never going to get anything good in life, so I'm not going to think about it. New Hampshire is the best as I'll go.
oh,
I'll
New
never
Hampshire,
have
come
that.
on, L.A.
I went there. It's so expensive.
Well,
Like,
that's
I'm
better
even-
than New Hampshire, isn't it? Fuck.
Yeah, but no one. There is
No?
something to the no
Damn.
one's out there aspect. I do want my peace and at some point, if I do have a big luxury, it'll be like a ranch or something that you go to.
Same. Okay.
Yeah. They're just like, no, there's
Blake
no more.
is laughing at your dreams, by the way, in the corner.
You wouldn't want a fucking podcast ranch, dickhead?
Not in fucking New Hampshire. Like,
Okay, not in New Hampshire. Like I said, I have bad goals because I don't know what I can hit.
of all fucking places, why New Hampshire?
I was. So what I was trying
Don't
to
laugh
say
at his
was the
dreams.
Hamptons, but I mixed it up. That's
Okay.
what it was.
The Hamptons.
How the fuck do you mix up the Hamptons and New
Aren't they-
Hampshire?
Is it
I've
close?
never-
Is it not close or something?
I don't know, but I've never been above
Okay,
the
we're
top
not-
part of Texas, dickhead. Like, what are you? I'm
He's like,
born
you're
and
asking the
raised
wrong
here.
country bumpkin.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Arlington, baby, 817. Born on Division Street, and then I went to BFE, so we don't talk about
What's
it. But
BFE?
buttfuck Egypt. Tarleton State.
Got that shitty
Oh.
diploma.
Yeah.
Well, it looks nice.
Thank you.
It's pretty.
That college is
Shiny.
in the middle, like a bunch of dairy cattle farms. So like,
Oh,
it's just like,
Wisconsin.
yeah, like when you're
Nice.
driving in, you're like, oh, no one's here, and then it's a fairly decently sized school.
Yeah.
You're like, huh. All right,
Cool.
And then you realize that like everyone there hates you for going to that school because you're like, you know, we came here to not be around anyone but our cows forever,
Oh,
and now you're parking in my spot at HEB.
get the fuck out
Yeah.
of here. HEB.
Yeah. Top tier. HEB is the shit. If you ever see Sopapilla cheesecake ice cream, buy that shit.
Sopapilla cheesecake. And you know that's his shit because he said that shit smooth as fuck. And let me tell you, how many syllables is in that motherfucker? Because I can't even recall what it. Sonomatopia. What is it?
Sopapilla
See?
Sonomatopia.
Ice cream. Too
Say
many.
it again.
Sopapilla cheesecake ice cream.
Sopapilla cheesecake. That's some bullshit. Who created that word? Sopapilla.
This is the
Sopapilla cheese.
greatest part.
You know what? I'm sorry. Because if
Spaniard.
that's somebody's last name,
Spaniard.
I am so sorry.
This is
Mrs. Sopapilla.
I am so sorry. Because I just, as soon as I said it, I was like, oh, bitch, why you say that?
Oh,
That's messed up.
Nah, go
that's
back
a
and-
beautiful name, actually.
you got to go back and watch a couple episodes. That's nowhere near as bad as shit that I'm getting on.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
okay.
we just don't make
We're good.
those clips.
Okay, that'll be my last slip up for the day, guys. We're PI.
Slip up more. We love it here.
I mean, yeah, PC from now on.
Man.
Politically correct.
fuck that.
Blake's not. He's politically incorrect.
I
at
don't
this
think
point.
anybody in here is politically correct in anything ever.
I try to
At
be
all.
ish. Not really, because I keep getting kicked out of clubs for my jokes. But
Wait, what? You get kicked out of clubs for your jokes?
kinda. I got DQ'd from a competition. From a club after 90 seconds of being on because
You said the R word.
no, it's not even that bad. I mean, well, okay.
He said the N word.
No. I made fun of Michael J. Fox. That's all it was. I just made fun of.
I had to take that.
I know you did, but I have to fucking defend myself, dickhead. Jackass. No, I was making fun of Parkinson's, so no, it's different. But it was cute. It's cute. It's a cute little one and done. It's like a little.
Well, you thought it was a one and done.
I thought it was.
You thought it was a one and done.
Yeah, it got me one and done.
They got
very
your ass
quickly.
canceled real quick. Oh damn.
Yeah, all it is just
Lessons
like,
learned.
do you think his wife is brave enough to ask him to get her a soda? It's cute. That's a child's dark joke.
You know what? That was almost as innocent as the Will Smith and Jada Pinkett slap joke.
Really, like G.I. Jane.
And he got slapped for it. So you better be. You gotta tread
Okay,
lightly.
fair enough.
You gotta tread.
I still
Okay.
think about really for a G.I. Jane joke. Like of all, like that. No, I've done that so many times. Like, really? That's what you're mad about?
Because my first question was, what was the joke? And then I heard it, and I was like, well, I would have fucking laughed too. Like,
It's a good one.
good joke.
Yeah, I know.
I mean,
I
fuck.
know. That was it was a
Will
weird
was
competition.
laughing. Like,
That's what I'm like. I would have been laughing too. It was a good joke.
And then he looked at her
Bad
and
in
like,
taste,
"Aw."
I guess. Wrong time. I don't know. Sorry.
She's just mean.
Sorry to her.
And then she just
Sorry
talked
to them
about on
all.
Netflix of how she cheated on him.
Damn.
That was a whole weird thing.
That was weird. But you know what? And then it's like, but you know, the truth always reveals itself.
Right.
And now we're hearing that they've been separated for what, 7 years?
Yeah, like how do you
That's
not
kinda
bring
weird
that
in
up at
itself.
all? Yeah,
So it's like, well, shit.
she didn't cheat, but it still
She
wasn't
wasn't
cool.
cheating. Yeah, you know.
Like-
I mean, but if that's the arrangement that they had, and it was, hey, we're not together, you do whatever you want to do, then well, fuck.
I'm gonna take a step back. I think that's kind of cheating still. Like if they were separated and had an arrangement, don't fuck our friends' kids and everyone outside of or no.
Well,
our
I'm sure nobody brought that
kids'
up.
friends. Yeah, you're right.
Like, would you be like, okay, but by the way, I'm probably gonna fuck one of Jaden's friends? Is that okay? Like, you would never bring that up as a proposed.
I don't know why she
situation.
would want to. Like,
I don't think she wanted to, but August is cute. Okay,
I still
and she's
can't
an
remember
old
what he looks
fucking
like.
lady at the end of the day, no matter how young she looks.
Right.
old
Right,
bald
so
lady.
He had to do that.
See
Listen,
what I mean? You're not gonna get in trouble for making fun of Miss Sopapilla.
Oh, I'm killing it today.
Yeah, no, you're gonna get me canceled on my own podcast.
I'm gonna get canceled on somebody else's podcast. What the fuck? Mine hasn't even come out yet. Okay,
You're starting a podcast?
I am starting
Hey,
a podcast.
we gotta come back to that for sure. But I want to keep this going.
Yeah, for sure.
Because we also still haven't talked about whiskey seltzer at all.
Whiskey.
And we all did agree that it's finally time that we all shit on it a little bit on camera. Blake, I think it's most reasonable for you to start this conversation as the writer and director.
I feel like it's not.
No, come
All right,
on now.
Let me make this clear. We are not going to shit on anybody that worked on the film.
We are not. Mm-mm.
Yes.
They know who they are.
Yeah. Well, maybe. I don't know. There's
They
some
should.
fucking delusional people.
If you're a
out there.
professional at your job and you watch that, you should know if you did a good job or not.
Right. Yeah, I mean,
Flat
so
out.
I just
From
accidentally...
crew to cast. I'm not singling nobody, you know.
No.
Nah, I mean, you should
Flat
be
out.
able to be coachable. That's all that, like, being an entertainment professional is. You're like, hey, that one sucked. Do better.
Yeah.
Well,
and-
not,
That's how you get better. Shit.
not even that. Like, as a director, I can look back on it and be like, there's a lot of things I should have done better. So if I'm going to blame anybody at the end of the day of why that movie didn't do good, I'm going to blame myself because
Yeah, but
It's things that you could have controlled, but you didn't. Like, it's not, you didn't specifically do the bad thing, but if you weren't so already, what's the right phrase I'm trying to say? If you weren't already so put off to what had happened in these situations when we were shooting, you would have taken control of these things.
it wasn't even that. It was, I was trying to make everybody happy.
Well,
And
here's
I
the
wasn't
thing.
trying to make myself happy.
well, we have to take a few steps back because one, this was a end of the semester final project.
Right.
Yeah,
Senior
yeah.
project
I do.
type of deal. You know what I'm saying? So
Well,
it's like
Yeah.
you had the people to work with that you had.
Yeah.
There was no swaying from that.
Right.
You were given what you were given. You had the equipment that you had. You had the budget that you had. You know what I'm saying? So it's like all these very limiting circumstances that
Yeah.
you had to work with. So to honestly had come out with something that came out as well as it did,
Well,
fucking bravo
well,
for
and
sure.
that's
But
just-
could we learn from some shit?
Fuck
yeah,
yeah.
Exactly.
Could
Yeah.
we have
I
done
mean-
some shit better? Of
well,
course.
and
yeah.
that was a conversation. That was a short conversation I had with Eric Jewell about it. I was like, I get the point of this.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
the point
yeah.
of this isn't to make the best fucking movie.
Mm-mm.
The point of this is to make your first film and fucking that is the best film school you can get, is making your first film.
Yep.
It
Right.
really is.
Lesson learned. Yeah.
I
for
did a lot of things on that set, and I learned a lot of things. Like camera shit, I
Yep.
learned so much shit.
Same.
And it just sucked because I was getting to like day 5, day 6 of shooting. I'm like, oh fuck, I should have done more over the
Yeah.
shoulders. Oh fuck, I should. I watched that movie. I was like, I don't have a single fucking close up. Like what the fuck?
But it's okay, you know. It's okay. It was
Right.
lessons learned, and I feel like we all did get
Yeah.
exactly what we were supposed to get
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
out of that,
I
which
mean,
was a learning experience.
we
and now
got-
we're all better for it.
we
Because I
got-
know my next shot, or excuse me, the next shoot that I did after we wrapped Earl's World just a few months ago, my previs was so solid. It was, oh my God, I was killing it. And I knew it in my mind because I'm like, at this point, I've worked on 2 finals now,
Yeah.
2 final projects, and I know what this shit should look like. I know how to pace myself out. I know how to do all the things. And it reflected in their responses, the people that I was working with. They was like, dude, you came through. You had the fucking waivers. You had all the contracts. You had the shit together. You had shot lists. So it's like we got what we
Well,
needed
and
out
that's-
of this film.
And that's the genius of honestly you and Victoria, is you were watching me
Yeah.
and being like, all right, I like what he's doing there. All right,
Mhm.
he
Yeah,
could be
you
doing
gotta
that
take your
better.
mental reps.
Hey,
For sure.
yeah, once I get to that point, and it's just like
Yeah.
you.
And-
The only 3 friends I really have left in the film community now are you, Victoria, and probably Monica.
Yeah.
And like you guys are the only 3 people I fucking revere in.
And look, we're
in
all
this-
women.
Well, and that's my
Look
other
at you
point.
go, Blake.
Like all 3 of you
Woke it up, buddy.
all 3 of you are women of color that are.
Nah, it's crazy. Just
That
Okay,
are-
you
well-
didn't actually have to woke it up. You could have just still been friends with
He's
women.
like, well, let me put some little.
No,
Little stank on it.
Let me come full circle with it. All 3 of you are women of color that are dominating in an industry that is historically been dominated by fucking white men, and
Right.
it's just like, I fucking.
Thank you.
I'm
I
friends
appreciate
with,
that.
I'm friends with them. Like,
I appreciate that.
yeah,
That says a lot.
Yeah.
I've never heard it put that way,
no, and it,
but it does bring some perspective to
No.
like what it is that we're doing, and it reminds me that I've got to reach back,
Yeah.
you know, to the other young Black women that are coming up in film, whether they're
Right.
actors, crew members, or whatever it is. Just to try to give them some opportunity because people flourish in the arts.
yeah.
And so
it's-
it's some
it's-
underprivileged people of color and non-people of color that I
Yeah.
think would just thrive in the arts. And so we've got to remember to do that.
Right,
Yeah.
it's different stuff. But remind me, we need to get her scheduled with Peyton sometimes.
oh yeah,
Peyton
Payne.
Payne, a very good friend of the show, a very good friend of mine.
Mhm.
She is the one that's actually on this poster. She is maybe like a month or 2 more into comedy than I am, and she's already running shows at a Dallas comedy
Ooh,
club.
crap. Okay.
She's doing all black casts, or not cast, lineup for the comedy shows. She's really, my lady was saying last night, she's gone full girl boss. And this would be a very fun podcast to have.
Good.
Y'all two starting y'all's own shit, coming up as women in the scene, getting that started. And I'd love to get that
Well,
perspective
and
from
I,
Fuck with
I
that.
tell
Thank you.
him every time, like, of everybody I've met through this podcast, she's the one where I'm like, she's gonna be selling out arenas here
Yeah.
soon.
Nice.
Like, she is
That's
fucking
awesome. Really?
She comes
okay.
in. She
She's
comes in with
different.
so much poise that, like, the first time I met her, she was like 6 months in when I was 4 months in, or something like that. And I met her. I'm like, oh my god, you're like, how long have you been in the game, Peyton? She's like 5. I was like, yeah, 5 years. That makes sense. She's like, nah, 5 months.
Whoa.
Oh fuck. Oh no, I'm a bad comic. Oh no, I'm so much worse than I thought.
Nice. Oh, that's dope. Shout out to Peyton Payne with the Black Sugar Comedy Show.
She put on her 5th one last night, and me and my lady got to go and support the
Nice.
show. And I was actually in a short little sketch she did in the middle of the comedy show, which was
Okay.
awesome.
Nice.
And the lineup was awesome. Y'all need to go to DCC whenever she runs her. I believe it's monthly. If it's not monthly, it's bi-monthly.
Nice.
Shows at DCC. Usually it's 7 o'clock in the main room. So y'all check that out. But I also want to talk about this new movie you just finished up on, Earl's World.
Yeah.
You were telling me about that in the living room. I want to hear kind of the plot of the story before giving it all away and your perspective on shooting that.
Yeah. So Earl's World is a film that was written by Richard Bauer, directed by Victoria Wright, produced by myself, and I was also one of the lead actors. Thank you. And in this film is basically all about a guy who is a puppeteer, and he has this wonderful kids show. This like the #1 show in America called Earl's World. He has these puppets that he's hand built from scratch from when he was a kid. So he's got a very special bond with these puppets. And so one day, the puppets get mixed up into a little bit of magic, and some crazy things start to happen. And Earl has to choose between his happiness or the show.
Okay.
So
yeah, you were saying in the living room, he's got like a Mr. Rogers vibe, but thrown in with comedy in a thriller aspect of it.
Yeah.
And there was something to it that kind of reminded me, if you've ever seen just randomly the Jack Black movie Tenacious D's The Pick of Destiny.
No.
There's a random scene at the end of that movie where you find out that it's played by Paul F. Tompkins.
Mm-hmm.
Paul F. Tompkins turns out to be the devil in a human suit. He's shapeshifted into a human, so that trying to find the pick of destiny, which is a piece of his tooth, and then once he's able to take that, he turns back into the devil. And it's this whole Jack Black comedy, dark-ish, but it's really just like a stoner comedy cult classic kind of thing. It's very fun if you haven't seen it.
Okay.
It does have metal music, if that's not your vibe down that path.
I mean,
I love Slayer.
Yeah.
What?
Huge Slayer fan.
Yeah, big Megadeth fan.
Look, you can tell by I don't fucking does that. Yeah, I love that
So
shit.
how long did Earl's World take to shoot?
About 6 weeks.
6 weeks, really? Okay.
6 weeks, yep.
How long did the final product come out to?
Final product is, I want to say, about 21 minutes.
Okay.
21
That's
minutes.
nice.
And we had no idea it was going to be that long, let me tell you.
Okay.
Yeah,
we were aiming for maybe 15 minutes.
Really?
It was only 10 pages, right?
Yeah, it was only 10 pages. No, excuse me, it was 13 pages.
Okay,
which is why we were like, okay, 15, we're cool with that.
What ended, because I know that the normal saying is like a page per minute in the script writing world. So what was the extra shot? Was it like framing shots or was it improv?
No. We did add kind of a scene that was just fully improv.
Okay.
One scene, but it was maybe 60 seconds long,
so like
that entire scene.
Right.
But then a lot of it was just, we wanted to get some movement, some really nice movement shots in.
Okay.
And so we just took our time and kind of showing the scenery, and there's certain fight scenes that take place, and so we really wanted to do some justice in giving the fights a little bit of work, which was a challenge because we're working with puppets, fighting puppets.
Right. Is it like,
mind you, we've never worked. Nobody has ever worked with puppets before. We don't know what the fuck we're doing.
Yeah.
Okay? We're just pulling up like, hey. We know how to move cameras. We know how to run them. We know how to move our hands and stick it up this puppet's ass. Let's fucking go. And we did. And it turned out pretty cool.
Are you guys gonna get it into film festivals and shit?
We are. I want to do kind of one more comb over just with a sound person.
Right.
To really get it mixed to absolute perfection. But yes, our plan is to get it into some film festivals. Victoria and I have some lists that we're going to put together and really start shopping it for the film festivals.
What is submitting for a film festival like? Like, have you done it before?
I have not done it before, and we haven't done it yet for Earl's World. But I hear it's just getting the requirements and fucking
like a Google Doc
form.
basically.
Yeah,
Okay.
something like that shit.
Like you have to have certain dimensions on the poster.
Certain dimensions, certain
Okay.
things you got to hand in. I don't know if you got to have a trailer. There's something, I don't know.
Gotcha.
I think each
Okay.
one's different too.
Yeah.
Okay, that
Because they
makes
have to
sense.
be different lengths. Like some can't be over 10 minutes. Some are like, hey, 20 minutes. I know
Okay.
Cannes or Sundance, I think, is 60 minutes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Something like that.
So they give you,
But
like,
that's
it's
like-
almost like weight
just
classes
depends.
in like MMA or something like that. They give you your own field to go. Like, this is a 20-minute movie field.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
kinda,
that's kinda
it's,
interesting.
You know what? To parallel it to like scholarships.
Okay. I get that.
There's some for every fucking thing.
Right.
If you're a blind guy in the left eye with a cut off right arm, they got a fucking
something.
scholarship
Exactly.
for you. So yeah, that's kind
That's
of how it is with film festivals.
So he hasn't made
It's
it on
one
his
for every film, no matter how shitty it is.
That's first thing cool to hear that
It
they're
is.
actually like there's no gatekeeping or not as much gatekeeping anymore.
No.
That was a weird crossover into comedy. Like when you start comedy, you think that there's going to be a lot more gatekeeping,
Yeah.
and at a certain point, you find out you're like, oh, there's almost no gatekeeping
Oh,
except
that's
for
awesome.
like 3 people.
Yeah.
To the extent where you're like, I wish someone would gatekeep a little bit
You
because
know
some
what?
of these people need to quit.
Well, it's interesting because funny you bring this up. Off a month ago, Cat Williams went off on his
Right.
whole tangent about all the fuckery happening in comedy, and he talks about a lot of the gatekeeping.
Yeah.
But I wonder if maybe it doesn't happen at the lower level because everybody's trying to grind and you're just trying to rub elbows to rub your way all the way up to where you want to go. But then once you get to where you want to go, now it's dog eat dog world.
Right.
So I've got to stand for myself and myself only. So
Right.
I'm gatekeeping now. So I wonder if that's maybe a difference. I hope it isn't at all.
There is kind of
That'd be
now the scene because of shit like Netflix and Hulu and YouTube that's streaming all these comedy specials or podcasts or everything like that. There's more saturation, so now there's just more comics in general. So it's almost like there's been a new level of or a tier of comedy kind of created. Like there's you hear about like in the 90s in the Comedy Cellar in New York that open micers and people that were just starting and hosting and doing stuff like that, they were kind of in the same field. Now there's 500 open micers that'll never make it out of the open micer tier, and then there's just like a step up, and this is where you start gatekeeping once you're past that into like maybe you can fucking host at a club. Okay,
Sure. Wow.
but that's what's interesting is like now that it's in all honesty probably about to die again for a little bit before it comes back up. Comedy is going to take a weird turn here in a little bit
You think so? Why?
because there's so many people doing all the same jokes. Like I had a friend recently go do the open mic scene in Austin, and he came back and he's like, dude, Austin, if you're not in the Mothership with Rogan, his club, it fucking blows. Everyone's doing the same 5 topics. Every comic is trying to be like a shock comic. They've all got a joke about a trans, a joke about why white people should be able to say the N-word, why
Which isn't what's anyway. I'm
it's
not even gonna. Yep.
it's a category. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's
Interesting.
every single fucking Thursday night, right before I was hosting a block at the open mic. There was a guy, and the whole premise of his joke was he was gonna try and say every word that sounded like the N-word. That was the whole joke. It sucked. But that's the thing about gatekeeping that I was talking about. Yeah, that's the thing I was talking about, gaping. Yeah, he left the whole room gaping after that.
I am a power bottom, so I know a lot of
Yeah.
3 times, bitches.
There you go. There you go. Dude, you're kicking in with these fucking ad-libs.
In
I
like
love
20
it.
minutes. It's insane.
I'm so
God.
proud of you.
Can you
You're
do a
coming along.
4P? Can see if I can work it in.
There you go. But so
My
this
goodness.
guy gets on stage. He's drunk. He's trying to say every word that sounds like the N-word, trying to think that's funny because it's shocking. And then one time, he literally just slips up and said it. And then a drunk white guy
Surprise.
actually stood up, threw his drink on the ground, was like, I'm going to fucking kill you.
Good.
Yeah,
That's
and
good
then-
to hear.
Yeah, it was nice, but also
That's good to
I was the guy that
hear.
had to get the drunk guy. I was the guy that had
Oh,
to defend
right.
the comic. I'm
Wait,
like, I don't
no.
want to defend him. I believe I'm here with you, but
Yeah.
fucking you.
Sorry.
You said you were going to hit him.
Yeah. See, that's when you do corny shit, that you get corny shit done.
I mean,
so like, yeah, that's
I
what
said there
happens.
was a dude that I still talk to frequently. I told him after a show, like, hey, man, good shit. It was a little corny, though. Like, these are,
Oh.
you told a couple street jokes.
Damn.
Because I'm tired of
Little
people
corny,
not
though.
telling people. Like, there's always, when you walk off stage, everyone says good set. I'm like, no, it wasn't. Like, 3
You know
jokes
what?
didn't
I
fucking
fuck with
land.
you for that. I mean, I fuck with you before, but I fuck with
There's,
you heavier for that.
there's
'Cause,
like,
yeah.
there are 2 or 3 people left in the scene that are like, that sucks.
Yeah.
And if they aren't your friends and those 3 people aren't around, you're going to think you're fucking amazing
Yeah.
and try setting up a tour and just tour
Yeah.
all of North Texas. You fucking
Well-
someone started a tour and they were like, all right, we're going to Decatur, then Flower Mound, then Denton. I'm like, that's not a fucking tour. That's doing open mics, you fucking
That's my backyard. Like,
exactly.
no,
Basically.
and I've said it before. Why I'm so hard on myself. It's better when you're your own worst critic than
Oh, 100%.
somebody else, shitting on your stuff.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because let me tell you, I'm not one of those. It's so funny. I just announced not too long ago that I graduated because most people didn't even know I was in school for real.
I didn't show up.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, Valedictorian too.
Valedictorian?
Yeah, I was.
From,
I was.
from Media
Media
Tech
Tech.
or?
Media
Oh, okay.
Tech.
I didn't know they did like class
They
rankings
do.
like that too.
They
That's
do.
fucking interesting.
Yes,
well,
yes,
congratulations.
yes.
That's awesome. Did you
Thank
have to
you.
give a speech or anything like that?
I did.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah. I had. I was a little nervous at first, which is weird because
You should go up there.
I'm always speaking. Fuck your clique. No, I didn't do. No, I mean Media Tech has been good to me, so I have no reason to shell out any disdain for Media Tech. They were the shit to me.
I mean, yeah, they were
Glad I am where I am.
going and
Could've been
checking it
there without
out. I was like a little kid walking through a candy store the first time because I texted you, but you were busy fucking with all the other people, and I was just walking around the
Yeah.
studio, just checking out all like the platinum records. I couldn't get my eyes off of Stevie Ray Vaughan's platinum records all over.
Well, they're one of the mixing boards they have there is Brian Wilson's from the Beach Boys.
Really?
Yeah, and
That's
then
really
and then they
interesting.
have Elton John's touring piano. That
Yep.
piano in there is Elton
Yeah,
John's.
in the A
That
studio.
piano is
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's wild. That's
Yeah,
so
we actually shot a
amazing.
scene
Earl's World.
of Earl's World. Yeah.
Oh,
on
really?
that
With
piano.
on the piano?
Mhm.
That's fucking cool.
Well, that was the other thing.
That's awesome.
That was the other thing I loved about Victoria because she was
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, I love the idea of keeping everything here and finding creative ways to shoot everything here.
Yep.
Like that's a genius idea." And she basically took what I did and fucking perfected it.
Mhm.
Like, and
Yep, because I was like, I'm not willing to work on a script that's in 3 fucking different places.
No.
Like,
Right.
nobody fucking
I'm
does,
not doing that
especially when
shit.
you're doing it for free.
I don't have the time. I didn't have the time. Like, because when we started shooting, June 1st of 2023, I was laid off from my
Okay.
full-time corporate job.
Right.
And so, unemployment, of course. Thank God there was that. But like, shit was coming fast for me.
Right.
I'm like, I only got 6 months of this money, this little free money that I paid
still
for.
got
Even now I'm
bills,
getting
yeah.
it back, even so it's not free. But yeah. So I got bills and shit, right? And so yeah, we shot everything, and I was like, listen, we need to do this in the least amount of time, in the least amount of locations, because I don't have the fucking time.
Right.
When I'm outside of school, I'm grinding. I'm literally sun up, sundown. If I'm not looking for gigs, I'm on a gig.
Yeah.
So I don't got time for the bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And so we picked that script. And yeah, we were able to shoot it all at Media Tech. One scene, we went to the parking shot.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
that's
That was it.
nothing.
I-
Well, I say that's nothing. Those probably.
And it was
painted-
literally, we
yeah.
just needed photos for the scrapbook.
Oh,
And you'll
Oh.
see in the opening is a scrapbook
Oh.
storyboard kind of
Okay.
memory,
Oh, that's
going
kinda-
down memory lane.
that's
type
cool.
Of thing. Yeah, it's really cool. I wish we could like watch it and shit.
We
so
need to
we
do. Yeah, we need to do.
Well, we need to have her come back and we'll watch that and talk about that.
Let's see if Victoria wants to fucking come.
Yeah.
Oh fuck yeah, because she wanted to.
Yeah,
It's
I
just
was
that,
trying.
yeah.
It just didn't work. Like,
Schedules are
Yeah.
was just crazy at the time.
That
so.
and because
Mhm.
Blake and I have such differing podcasts, we just have so many days that actually fall into the Venn diagram of can work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we put out like 4 or 5 podcasts a month,
Oh
Yeah.
shit. Okay.
and
It's
we
about to
only-
be way more.
But we only
Uh-oh.
we only tape twice a month.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that's
So-
what our schedules.
Yeah,
Nice,
we
okay.
hang together all day twice a month and then don't see each other up until the next shooting
Yeah.
date, and then every single time it's I'm texting him in the middle of him sleeping and he's texting me in the middle of me sleeping because we have different schedules. Just like we need to fucking do this.
But it's like every time we do something, we're like, all right, let's do this. We have notes on it. We're like, we can do this better.
yeah. Awesome.
It's like each time we do it, we get bigger and bigger guests. now.
Right.
Nice.
I mean, we actually have people asking to come on, which is something I thought I would be
Oh, that's
begging everyone to
cool.
come
That's
for a
dope.
long time. Yeah, so
That is dope.
it's been very fun. Big name coming on here eventually. He's got
Okay.
a comedy special coming out, so y'all stay tuned
Ooh.
for that.
Mhm.
But we were talking about something out there that I wanted to tail back to.
We've been talking about a lot of shit that we don't finish talking about.
That's kind of the thing about this is there's no endings.
ADHD, motherfucker.
Exactly.
Love it.
What you were
What
gonna
he
say?
was gonna say.
The whiskey hangover,
Mm.
as I like to call it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I do want to hear about the post whiskey seltzer being done and like what that did to you, because you were right when you came in today. Blake, when he came in today, said, "Man, I feel like me for the first time in a few months since shooting." And as soon as he said it, I was like, "Yeah, you were a little off there for a little bit."
Even like editing, like I had no creativity when it came to editing or anything. Like it just,
Really?
everything was just sucked out of me for whatever
Yeah.
reason. And
Drained. Man.
yeah, well, that I wish somebody that has the BTS would do like almost like a mini doc on it, because like just the obsession I had with that movie, and for it to not turn out the way that I wanted it to,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and I literally gave that movie everything. I sacrificed.
So what was that like? Like, tell us, what were the feelings that you had after putting your? It's like you were pregnant for 9 months and
Yeah.
your baby died and you had to deliver it
Yeah,
still.
and it's
Right.
just like, well, it just
Oh,
I
God,
didn't
you
want
had
to
a
go to the
stillborn.
I didn't want to go to the premiere.
Yeah.
I didn't want to go to the premiere, but
Yeah.
I didn't want to have that stigma of like, oh, he thought his movie was so bad he didn't even fucking show up. So
Yeah.
like I fucking went, but it was like after it was done, it was like, you know, it's like whenever you pay like a big bill off or something like that, it's just like,
Yeah.
it's done.
Yeah.
Like, and
It's done, but not. It's still there. Like it's
But-
over, but you still feel like that thing on your
Yeah.
shoulder.
but like I feel like I almost got blackballed though within the
Mm.
like everybody kind of turned their back except for like you. Everybody kind of turned their back on me.
Why do you think that?
I don't-
Fuck you. If you turned your back on Blake, I'll bite your kneecap.
Well, I think a lot of people thought like, oh, he's gonna be like the next big filmmaker and all that, and then
Sure.
like I just didn't. It didn't live up to the hype, and I think a lot of people were just kind of wrote me off, unfortunately.
Oh, that's.
But it was like I rapped, and I had no job.
Yeah.
I literally spent every dollar I had. I had $5,000 saved up before I started shooting that. I had literally no money in my bank account. And I had negative $2,000 in credit card debt,
Shit.
and it's just my lease was up on my apartment.
Yeah.
I had no fucking job. Everybody was like, "Oh yeah, we'll get you jobs here, within," and it was just it all.
Nothing.
It was like everybody kind of turned their back on me,
Yeah.
and like I'm like, I gotta go get a fucking regular job, or else I'm gonna be fucking home. Like
Yeah.
and like I was applying every kind of film job I could, photography shit. Like shit you know I
Yeah.
could fucking do.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And nothing. I was applying to be a fucking janitor at like schools, and they wouldn't
Really?
even hire me, and it was just
Jeez.
like, fuck, dude. And
Yeah.
like I spent all my money. It mentally destroyed me. Like it just killed
It's
me.
a real kick in the dick. You're
Yeah.
like, I spent all of this, not even money, but energy into this one thing,
Yeah.
and it still wasn't what I
Well,
wanted.
and the problem is like, and you can attest to this, when you're making a film, everybody's got to be coming in 100% committed and 100% like,
Oh yeah.
and when
Oh, yeah.
people aren't, you fuck so many people over.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like being
Yeah.
a reverse energy vampire from that show, What We Do in the Shadows. Like
Yeah.
you're just putting bad energy on other people once you get in that situation.
Yeah.
Like I'm an asshole, but if I go onto a show and I'm hanging out with the comics, I am the nicest I can possibly be, because if I'm tearing shit down, they're gonna go on with my shit energy.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
my shit energy doesn't translate for most people. If I'm yelling at you in the crowd, it's a joke, and I know that, and I know if I offend someone, I'll be like, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I love you, my sweet little pet. But I'll come back and like I'm just yelling at them.
Yeah.
Dude, last night at Sharks, I thought I like was about to get someone to charge the stage, because he was having a great time. And it was in the middle of a joke, and he said something, and it didn't make any sense. And I was like, "Nice fucking question, dummy." And I looked back, and he wasn't laughing. I was like, "I'm so sorry. I'm just, I need things to work right now. This is my first time doing 10 minutes."
Yeah.
I need things to work.
But
That's hilarious.
yeah, it destroyed my
Yeah,
bank
that's
account,
crazy.
destroyed my mental health, destroyed my body. I gained 40 pounds during that whole entire shoot.
Yeah.
It destroyed my body, and it just
And that's interesting because think about how busy and active physically you were during that time.
You were always moving.
So
you
to
were
had
doing way more work
gained
than
40
many of them.
pounds. It was all mental.
It was.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
That's Oh, I wish I'd have known that, Blake.
well, I
Fuck.
just
What the fuck?
At the same time, what the fuck?
I've been here.
What the fuck would anybody
I
have been able
know, but
to
I'm
do?
just shit.
You wouldn't
I
have to
coulda-
set silent
You
in
wouldn't
it.
have to be by yourself. Like shit, I could have been trying to get you on a gig
Yeah.
and do different things, but I figured since I hadn't heard from you, I'm like, this motherfucker is out here doing shit.
See,
but,
I
like,
thought he
he's
was
busy
just like
getting
dead.
to it because I was busy, and
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. So I'm
Right.
never like, oh, I haven't
But-
heard from this person, so it's fuck me. Like, no, they're getting to their shit. So I just assumed that. I had no
No.
idea that it was that though. Oh my
But
God.
like, that's just life though. Like everything
Yeah.
works out though.
Yeah.
Like I'm fucking doing better than I
Yeah.
have. Like
Good.
my bank account's back to what it
Nice.
was.
There you go.
Like,
nice.
my mental health is fucking really good right now.
Good,
I'm
good.
losing weight again.
There you go.
Yeah,
I don't give a
nice.
fuck. Yeah, so it's like,
We're back in the game.
yeah, shit goes full circle.
Love it. Love it. See?
Speaking in full circle, I remember what I was trying to bring up earlier, but like people like us have to be hard on ourselves like that. Like we have to be our own worst critic, like you said.
Yeah.
Because if we're not, we're those people that have the same product 3 years later, and it's not any
Yeah.
better. Like
Yeah.
even if you come in and your first thing shows promise, you can't show promise for 4 years and just not change at all.
Yeah, it's got to be some progress.
Like if you weren't hard on yourself and you looked at that movie and said like, "Oh, this is the best movie
Yeah.
that there will ever be," I'd be like, "This guy cannot be my podcast producer."
No way.
Well, and
Because-
I mean, that's what.
Even if it was a great movie, I'm not shitting on you, but
No.
I need the same level of like, "This is dog shit. We can do better," but not
Exactly.
like, "This is dog shit." I'm like, we need to get better because we can do better.
But I think it's always, it starts with you as an individual first, right? And
Right.
keeping your shit together. But then right after that is your network.
Right.
On
Yeah.
Whiskey Seltzer, Blake didn't have a solid team of individuals that had 100,000% committed themselves to
Right.
that project.
I remember there were a couple like even small level shit, like someone couldn't get a ride to set. Like, how do you not have that squared away from the jump?
So then who does it fall on? And I think
Yeah.
it ended up falling on between
Yeah.
you
And then
Well,
you
it
went,
was-
and he didn't even get like he didn't even come. Or
Well,
something.
the thing is, like, I was there 2 or 3 hours before anybody got there.
Of course,
I-
always.
I didn't take any fucking breaks throughout the day. I
No.
was there 2 or
Would
3
not
hours.
eat. I'd be like, Blake, eat. There's food. I put it up for you. He's like, oh, I'm not hungry.
Yeah, and then I would be there like 2 or 3 hours after everybody was gone.
Right.
But one of the days you weren't there, you were the only person that fucking stood up for me. Like, dude, I'm literally charged everything on a credit card, and everybody's freaking out. Like, where's our food? Where's fucking
Yeah.
And first of all,
What?
as an actor, when you're only working 5 to 6 hours a day, I don't have to fucking get you shit.
Exactly.
It's not until if you work 8 hours, yeah, but 5 to 6 hours, I don't have to get you shit. And
I hate that mindset as a person. Like someone came here to do a podcast, not one of ours, but one that came in and did it here in the Dingbat District Studios. Woohoo! They invited a guest that I said, yeah, sure, of course you can come. And then he walked in and opened my fridge without asking. I'm like, what the fuck was that? You opened my fridge?
This is not universal, bitch.
But-
Yeah. I was like, whoa.
but I gave Nye my credit card. I was like, go get some fucking pizzas, go get yourself something to eat, bring it back. And as soon as she brought it back, I don't know who, like the people that we had in the
Yeah, I don't
They-
know who it was, but
they-
all I remember, I was coming out of the bathroom, and as I'm washing my hands, I hear like, "There's no pepperoni pizza. Nobody ordered pepperoni or some shit." And I was like,
It's
"Oh
pizza.
hell, fucking no!" I'm in the bathroom like, "Oh, I'm about to turn up. I'm about to turn up because ain't no way somebody has
About to eat
given
these
you
hands, bitch.
a free anything."
yeah.
Right.
I don't give a fuck if it was a free pen. If I hand you that pen and you look at it and be like, blue, bitch. Like, how dare you? So I came out around the corner like, I know we not out here complaining about free food.
Exactly.
See, I had to get hood on him.
Yo,
Y'all see how I
you
switched
are
up real
Peyton.
quick?
You are Peyton.
I was like,
Payne.
what the fuck? We ain't doing that. Nah. We ain't doing that. Let's stop this shit. Let's get some gratitude going in this bitch
That's amazing.
before it get ugly. So yeah.
The way
But,
you said that,
yeah,
that's so funny.
they were able to
There's-
get their shit together, and we had a
Good.
great shoot.
Good.
Well,
Fuck them for not being like just the wherewithal to be like, where's mine? Like you
Yeah.
did nothing so
But
far.
it was funny because you finally got me to sit down and eat whenever everything was wrapped, and it was just me and you were eating in there. And I love Sean Kerrigan. Sean's fucking
Love Sean.
He's fucking awesome.
Shout out to Sean.
Yeah, but he came up to me and he was like, "Hey, I'm doing this Civil War reenactment this weekend. I'm gonna try not to get sunburnt, but I'm gonna put plenty of sunscreen on. I'm gonna try not to get sunburnt, but I might get sunburnt. So do you think you can have a makeup artist here just in case I need to get my makeup done?" I was like, "Yeah, dude, I'll figure something out." And he walks away, and I look at Nia. I was like, "Do you know how to do makeup?" She's like, "Fuck no." I was like, "Neither do I." Hopefully, he puts on sunscreen.
Oh, we just gonna have to throw him an extra line in the script because yeah, brother, we ain't got the budget for that. Okay.
Dude, but your time it was fuck no.
Fuck no. Yeah, I don't listen. I am a woman's woman, but I am not a girly girl. Okay. I'm not with the prissy shit. I told myself I was gonna put some makeup on this morning, and then I was like,
fuck that.
And I only have foundation.
You're not wearing makeup?
No.
Fucking
Nothing.
I
Like I don't
thought
even
makeup
have
today.
mascara on, and I actually should have done that because I like the way my eyes pop with that. But yeah, no, I just recently bought foundation because I was like, well, shit, I'm full on an actor now. Like back in the game, acting consistently, getting paid for it. So I was like, shit, I gotta have something.
That's fucking awesome.
So I have it. Yeah, it's cool.
You and Sean, I could see you and Sean like one day like having like your own like Emmy show, like just centered around you.
Man,
both
I'm working
are
on
so
a
fucking good. At
I'm working on
acting.
a few things, man. I'm working on a reality show. Just as a creator, I want to be an entertainment curator. So I'm always thinking of like TV shows,
Right.
and little different shit like that.
Do you have an
So my iPhone is like 100,000 notes of all that shit.
My
and so,
notes app is just littered with it
Oh my
it
God,
looks like
thousands.
a manifesto. It's just
Thousands.
keywords too. It's
thousands.
nothing is typed out. It's just like Michael J. Fox bit. Like that's all it is.
No, and I've got like fully fleshed out shit. So like, I shouldn't even be saying this because now I feel like somebody gonna try to stick me for my paper.
It's
They're gonna try to
trademarked.
stick me for my phone. If they ever like somebody G'd my phone and like got the code, that motherfucker is paid. Like he is brilliant and he is going to go far. The problem I've had is ADHD and discipline. Okay, but now, okay, we're in the fucking game. So we're not stopping now. So yeah, I gotta.
Just like when the government hires a hacker, you're like, you hacked our shit, so now you work for the government, or you're fucking going to jail
Or
forever.
yeah, you know, it's one of those type of deals. So like, yeah, they're gonna be in a fucking goal with my ideas. So yeah, let's pray that never happens. This is marble, not wood.
Do you,
That's wood.
do
Got
you
it.
have an
That's
idea for like the premise of the reality show? Is it just
Oh
like,
yeah, like I've already got the cast and everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do you wanna talk about
Contract
that?
signed and everything.
do you want to talk about that at all?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
is it-
yeah. I'm not gonna give too much away because
Right.
we're literally they don't even know this yet. I'm gonna tell them that today. I'm scheduling our first shoot for March 23rd.
Very cool.
We're gonna shoot the opening and opening intro, and we're gonna do a few things I've got planned. So yeah, sorry, can't give too much away.
Of course, yeah.
Please
Go
don't
figure it out. Yeah.
Yeah, but what I will say is that anybody who knows me knows that I always describe myself as if Seth Rogen, James Franco, and Oprah had a baby. This guy, okay? This guy.
That's gonna be the opening for this episode.
This guy for sure.
That's it.
And it's the truth. Like anybody who knows me is like, oh shit, you know what? Yeah. So I'm also I'm a life coach. I'm a life coach also, and so I'm always trying to figure out ways to bridge, comedy and mental health, and to make it a very sensical and shut up. I'm trying to be serious.
As soon as you said that, I'm like, huh. Fucking
That's
all right.
pretty fucking spot on.
See?
Yeah, you nailed it right on the head.
Trying to tell you, I know myself.
I was also trying to think about like I didn't just pick James Franco and Seth Rogen. I picked Pineapple Express, James Franco and Seth Rogen. I'm like, huh, that's a weird.
Because yes. Fucking yes. Trying to get a motherfucker scholarship. Yes.
Give that
yes.
motherfucker Snickle Fritz.
yes.
Hey, that'll be our movies
Don't
with
fuck us
Dingbats.
anywhere. Listen,
that'll be
I've got quotes for days from
Yeah.
Pineapple Express. Don't get me
That'll be
started.
our fucking movies with Dingbats whenever
Oh.
we have
Oh,
you. We'll
please.
do Pineapple
Okay.
Express.
Exactly.
That and Superbad?
Oh.
What?
Oh,
He's 11.
My favorite part of Superbad is when he has the ID and he's like, it was between that and Muhammad.
What the fuck would it be between that and
Why the
Muhammad?
fuck would you pick Muhammad? It's the
Because
second most
Muhammad is
common.
a fucking classic.
Specifically, the
Classic.
second most common name in the world.
That is one of the,
Because you picked a dumb fucking name.
that
Love
is
it.
one of the greatest like writing bits ever. Like it's just
oh
genius.
My God.
From Hawaii.
I can't even. Listen, if I met James Franco.
Really?
Did he?
All right, Blake. Well, did he?
No. No.
No, he did not.
He didn't
He's
even
still
touch
a bad
me
man.
He didn't even touch me when we took our picture. I'm gonna send you this picture so you can insert this shit.
Were you a little upset?
He was
You
like this. like
I'm
this,
probably gonna have
this was my shoulder. He was like, mm.
I'm probably gonna have to cut this out.
No, I mean, I don't cut it out. I think he would laugh.
Please watch. James Franco,
No,
you're
but
invited on.
Let me tell you, super cool guy. Super cool guy. I did not fan out the way I could have. Okay?
That is
Because
true.
let me tell you, I've been describing myself like this before I met him. So
Yeah.
like, I'm really a fucking fan for real. And
great.
so, I kept it chill. Like, I didn't even say shit to him
Right.
until he like said something to me. Cause I was like,
that's
I don't
always
want to,
nice.
cause everybody, he's the guy
He's
in the
the- he's
moment,
like, yeah.
so everybody's like, oh, James. And we were volunteering. My mom at the time worked at the Downtown Women's Center in LA.
Okay.
And so I would volunteer there from time to time. And so they was like, oh, James Franco is coming. I was like, shit, I volunteer there. Yeah, I'm going to pull up with James Franco. Sure. And so, yeah, so we were, moving the groove and doing the volunteer thing. And everybody's giving him the love and attention. And so I'm just like, just let him be. It's cool. I'm not here for him, although I'm a peep game. I'm a look. Still a picture. But whatever. So, so he was like, he said, I think, hey, or like something. How you doing? And hey, cool. How are you? Whatever. We had a conversation. Like, we talked.
That's cool.
It was cool. He did not try to although at the time, and I did not have a boyfriend, so I wish he had wanted to. I probably would have been like,
that'd be pretty sick. You'd be in his next movie. That'd be
like-
awesome.
yeah,
Or his next sculpture, whatever he's doing now.
I'd be the next Amber Heard. Like, what the fuck? Except I can act. Oops.
You said accept, and you said I can act instead of I don't shit in beds. But that's what you stuck with.
I also don't do that.
You didn't say it
I also
first.
don't do that.
She might or might not shit in beds.
I already have my reputation, so people know that we're good. Okay? And I stopped being a violent bitch years ago. I've been stopped abusing men on my own. Thank you very much. So, fucking kudos to me. Cheers.
I feel like women are allowed to hit men. As long as they're
No.
not yelling at you when you do it.
And I don't believe that women should be hitting on men. And these little bitches gonna have a problem if I have a son and you put your hands on my son. Because I'm gonna teach him to muff and I'm gonna teach him some shit. Because you're not gonna be touching my son.
I'll teach any son I ever had. Never hit a lady, but push the fuck out of here if you have to.
Muff the fuck?
Just tabletop that bitch like it's old middle school.
Well,
Get
I'm
someone
trying to tell
behind the
you
knees.
because listen, because if you don't push her hard enough, she's coming right back.
Right.
I promise. I used to do it, so I know. I know how it works.
I was gonna send this to like people, like the teachers at school and shit.
Oh no, please do.
Yeah.
Please do. They know me. They know me. They know me.
They're gonna see that and like, yeah.
They know. They go like, yep. That
Oh,
sounds
Eric's
like
gonna get a
nice.
fucking kick.
That's my listen. That is my. Eric is my best friend. He doesn't know it yet, but like
Was Eric someone that we met while shooting Whiskey Seltzer? Like,
he's the one with the fucking limo.
okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking that was the one that's also in the comedy scene. I can't
Oh,
remember.
that's Brad.
Brad. I was thinking that was Brad. but-
Brad.
I love
Be
Brad.
Brad. I love. Hey, listen, Brad is my fucking guy. Shout out to Brad. Okay, he has helped me with my business stuff, and he has gotten me gigs. He done pulled up on folks about money they owe me. Like we love Brad. Okay,
Send me Brad's number. I got someone that still owes me $750.
I got you. Brad will get on the. He'll get on the
Fuck
line
that.
for you.
Let's get a baseball bat.
No,
We'll
I
take
can't
care
go
of
back to jail.
That was
Dickhead.
my first thought.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie
Thank
to you.
you.
That was my
Me
first
and I will
thought.
take care of it.
That was my first thought.
Yeah, but now we're talking about it on a podcast, so cut it.
I mean, yeah. You know what?
Don't cut it. I'm coming. I want my rent money, dickhead. Where is it?
They got masks out here. We ain't gonna be. How they gonna?
I do have a maroon ski mask already. Well, now I can't.
Maroon?
Use it, but, yeah.
Maroon? Who the fuck has a maroon ski mask?
So
What the fuck
when
are you
we
trying to raspberry beret ski mask having us?
we
Boy,
were
you
we were
better-
like the Sherbert squad. Like
the Sherbers.
What kind
cannot.
of fucking sex clubs are you going to? Holy shit!
it's just because I'm a fucking
raspberry.
dingbat. Like
He
that's
could
all.
have said any fucking color. He could have said burgundy. He could
I
have
will-
said dark red. He could have said cherry. He said fucking raspberry.
It is. It's like I think that's what it was on Amazon
is.
specifically. But like,
That's hilarious.
so we all had to get ski masks because we thought it'd be hilarious, but they couldn't be normal colors. Like someone got light
So
green.
it was this color. This is raspberry.
Yes, yes, like a dark red, like a dark brick red, 100%. That one was mine. My friend had light green. Another one had purple, and then we got my friend's wife a pink one, and then the baby had a light blue one.
Why
we
did
put
y'all
a
have
light
these
blue one on the
fruity
baby.
pebble ass colors?
Why-
Why were y'all
why
not
are-
coordinated?
Why are the Fruit of Looms guys fucking coming?
Well, if I was wearing a black ski
Captain
mask,
Crunch and
someone
his
would
gang.
stop me. We're the Kellogg's gang. Fuck off. But no, we go.
Yo, let me tell you something.
That's what we would wear when we go sit in the car and smoke in their apartment parking lot. So like,
Because
if
that
people
wouldn't
saw
draw
it,
any fucking attention to you.
Yeah.
we'd wave. Like we were nice.
The fucking Skittles gang in the car hotboxing. Like, oh no. That's not weird at all, guys. Keep driving. Like,
Taste the
what the
rainbow.
fuck? I called the cops immediately on y'all. It's a bunch of white motherfuckers in here
Uh,
with raspberry and fruity pebbles colored goddamn ski masks. Some shit is finna go down.
There's a Crayola box smoking in the
here.
parking lot.
The blue M&M
Crayola is about to fuck
gravity
some
ball.
shit up, okay? Get here immediately. I am not safe. I fear for my
I think
life.
they're gonna rob a Michaels. I don't know what's going on.
Fucking arts and crafts bandits. No. No. No.
Oh my god.
I wonder if everyone else still has theirs. I still got mine.
Hopefully not. You said I still got mine.
At least I think I
Proudly.
do. Somewhere.
I'm gonna go get a raspberry ski mask. Just in
Amazon.
your
They're like
honor.
$15. They're kind of nice. They're
15.
warm.
I'm not paying $15 for a fucking raspberry ski mask.
All right. they
Unless
got
that
other
motherfucker has a
colors.
heater in it.
Nah, but it's like wool. Like I definitely wore it
And,
one day when I was
and
cold.
a pocket for snacks.
Ooh.
That would be cool.
That'd
You
be
are a
dope.
fanny pack person.
I am. I literally, that's all I wear is fanny
I
packs.
I
like
wish-
I own purses when I
you-
want to look grown up, but
You call it a her. You refer to it as like her. Like
her, yeah. She comes everywhere.
Okay.
And she's jet black,
That's your
sexy,
baby?
trimmed in gold. Oh, I keep her dripped.
See, I need to get back into my backpack game. Like backpacks was my shit because I
Oh.
kept my journal and then all my shit and I could put
Okay, journal?
like
You
not
got
like
a
that.
fucking journal?
Nah, I'm not diarying
Ain't nothing
at
wrong
night.
with journaling. That's a kudos. That's a cherry on top.
yeah, Paxton wrote.
You go
13
from a
reasons
7 to
why.
a 9 with a journal.
Nah. Well, I have my joke book, which is just looks like scribbles, chicken scratch, and manifestos.
Yeah, but that don't mean shit to a girl.
Yeah, I know.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
also, if I
I'm
start
trying to
writing
get you
my-
to Jaws, dog.
If I start writing my deepest, darkest feelings, someone will find it, and that's a problem.
That's true. Well, unless
is-
it was your therapist.
That stays in BetterHelp, and BetterHelp alone.
Okay, better. She wants to. You better shout out.
I need to get back on a
BetterHelp.
stint of it. I like to do like 6 months on, 6 months off.
Okay,
Just to
Why is
kind of
that? Just curious.
because it started to get to a point where like because I played sports, I was coachable growing up.
Mhm.
So like my therapist would tell me to do something like, yeah, it kind of worked.
Sure.
And then I'd be paying for 4 1-hour visits over the month. And then by the end of it, it was like, you want to meet for 30 minutes every other week? I was like, yeah, I don't have enough things to talk about with you. And at a
Sure.
certain point, I talked about like, I asked him how he was doing. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, I'm paying you to
What you doing? What you got going on these days?
At one point, I literally said, like, I'm boring myself, man. What are you up to today?
Oh, damn. That's funny because I had a therapist who was the opposite, where I had to be like, bitch, this is about me.
I've
Shut
heard
the
that
fuck
before.
up. Sick of your shit.
I've heard
Sick
that
of it.
before. Like, I've
And
never.
I've been giving you advice, bitch. Give me my money back. What the fuck is going on in here?
The best. I asked you.
Living off the fucking Venice Beach off my money. Give me my shit. Talking my goddamn ear off.
I asked you a couple months ago. I was like, do you know any life coaches? Like any life coach referrals? And you're like, me, motherfucker.
Right.
I'm like,
Literally.
I'm like, I feel like that's a conflict of interest. Like
I was like, yeah, all right,
Yeah.
that's cool or whatever. But I'm just saying, some help is better than none. Shit. Like, shit, talk to me until you can find the bitch you want. That's all I'm saying. That's it. That's it. But, you know, it's cool. But, hey, he got his shit together. And that's all I care about. It didn't have to be me, okay? Whoever, get your shit off. And he has done that. So, shout out to Blake and his mental health. If you don't have your mental health together, get your shit together. Tomorrow is not promised. Yesterday wasn't promised either, but you made it. So, listen, let's do it again all tomorrow. Fucking get up, get off the couch, go to college. You sitting there, you ain't doing shit. You wondering what you're going to do with your life. Get your mental health together. Once you get started there, I'm telling you, everything else will fall into place. Mental health. Know who you are, know why you are, know where you come from, know where you want to go, know how you ended up where you are.
I'm going to cut that
Capiche?
and give it to you.
100%. You need to promo that shit.
That was good promo.
That'll get you sponsored by BetterHelp or
I'm
something.
just saying, you know, it's just the quick 1-2 I can give. I know this is not a mental health podcast, so I ain't gonna hijack it and make it that. But
it's an everything podcast.
Whenever
but
I can slide it in there,
I think
all about that shit.
100% you have cemented yourself into being invited back. We've loved having you
Thank
today.
you, man. It's been fun.
Please promote your social media so people can go out and see Earl's World and what you're doing and stay caught up with you on that.
Y'all. So Instagram, I'm _NyLove. So that's I as an igloo, M as in man, _ NY as in New York, love as in I love you. Yeah, and Naila Love. I think you can search me on Facebook. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you so much for coming on. You've kept it.
My pleasure.
You've kept a better rapport than most comics will.
Oh,
That was so impressive.
thanks.
And also, you need to sit down and write a Type 5 because I can get you set up with Peyton, and then she'll get you on a show, and that could be your new. You might be the new triple threat. You director, actor, Is it actor or actress still?
You know what? Funny thing. So when I was in college, I actually studied acting at Columbia College Chicago. And I learned that really there's no such thing as an actress.
Okay.
America does that, the masculine, feminine, everything.
I've heard that like a bunch of other languages don't have the gendered speak.
Yeah. And so it's just actor. So
Okay.
I always say actor. You'll never see me say actress ever.
Perfect. Well, you're going to be a director, actor, and stand-up comedian.
And writer.
You're a quadruple
Yes.
threat. Anything
Yes.
else? I don't know what the next one would be. Is that centuple?
You know what? I before my nerves got bad, I was a singer. A lot of people know me from elementary to middle school as
Really?
a singer.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So I'm trying to get like all my shit back together. I dealt with depression and anxiety. I have to come back and talk about all that shit.
Hell yeah.
Put myself out of that, which is how you got the person that I am today. And
Exactly.
so yeah, man, I'm trying to do it all. I told God that after taking 10 years in anxiety and depression that I would come back more fierce than I ever was, and every opportunity that was given to me, I take it and I do him some justice with
Hell
it.
yeah.
So,
You got to follow your omens, and you're kicking ass tonight.
absolutely.
You're
Thank you.
fucking killing it.
Thank you,
Like,
man.
yeah.
So are you guys.
Thank you so
That's why
much.
I fuck with y'all.
Yeah, you're
Hell
my
yeah.
best
Love
friend
it.
in the film. You're my only friend in the film industry.
Well,
Hey, so that
and
means you're gonna help me with this reality show. We'll talk offline.
Exactly. And that we need to get Veronica.
Oh, Victoria.
Yeah,
Victoria
Jesus
and
Christ.
Monica. I'm bad with names.
Yes.
Shut up. I'm trying to remember. At least
You know
I knew
who
there were
else you
two.
gotta
Of
get on here? Cyrus.
Oh yeah, that would be.
Cyrus
yeah, I
fucking
remember-
Sells. That is my producer.
Y'all
Love
were
that guy
talking
to
about
death.
Cyrus on set, and like I hadn't got to meet him. I don't think he wasn't
Amazing.
on Whiskey Seltzer, right?
Amazing.
No.
You talking about
Should've.
her person on their shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the guy. That's
he,
the guy
he
right
puts
there.
me to shame.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
No,
he put
he doesn't.
both of us
No.
to shame.
No, he's just, which is why. So he started in audio.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm giving out your business. So he's an audio engineer, like that's his shit.
Right.
But he also does like videography and photography too.
Okay.
But he just has this personality that's very sharp, on top of shit. He just has a presence that brings order, and you know he can control, he can dominate, but he can also chill and be cool and like super chill guy.
Very cool.
And I was like, yo, you got a producer's personality. He's a Pisces like me, so I'm like, I always say he's the male me. And so yeah, he's super dope. So if you need some shit to get done, he's great with marketing and business management, all that type of stuff.
Like
He's the guy you got to get him
He's
on.
a great fucking. Actually, whenever
Amazing.
you were trying to get that graphic designer
Yeah.
That's who I went to.
Oh, okay.
His sister
Yeah.
does graphic design.
I was just about to say
gotcha,
his
yeah.
sister
Yeah,
just
Shay-
graduated from the audio program as the valedictorian, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Fucking
Shay's
star-studded
the-
cast
both
Or
over
the
of
there.
them
salutatorian? One of the two.
Yeah,
But
both,
yeah, she's
both
amazing.
of them are fucking awesome.
Yeah, black woman animator. Yeah, get into it, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I wish I could do animation. I always
Yeah.
wanted to do like South Park. Like I really want a crudely made animation,
Mhm.
and just to do as many voices as I can on the show.
Yeah,
like
that'd
someone
be
like Matt
dope.
Stone or Trey Parker.
I would love
does.
to help you do that.
That would be.
Absolutely.
We'll sit down
Let's do it.
for sure.
All right, I gotta give a few more shouts out.
Of
real
course.
quick, real quick. My mama, hey, love you. It's the black thing to do. Hey, girl, thank you. My sister, love you. My niece, London, hey, love you so much. My boyfriend, T, baby, Champagne Poppy, love you much. Also, Women in Film Dallas. I'm the communications coordinator for them as well. So I want to shout them out. They are an amazing nonprofit helping support women in Dallas that are in film. If you want to be in film, you're interested in film, been working in film, whatever the fuck, get at them. They are amazing. Also, shout out to Dallas Producers Association. I'm also a member of them. They are doing major things in the film industry as well. Great organization to be a part of. And the Dr. Phil Show, who I am the script supervisor and booth production coordinator. Love that place. Love the people that work there. Dr. Phil is amazing. He's really
Well,
like
I'll
that.
be.
People are always like, is he really like that? Yes, that is
That's what
that
I've
man.
heard. It's
He's
like,
amazing.
He just walks on set and then just walks off, and he's just
And he
flat
kills
the
it.
same way. Yeah.
Amazing. He's
Yeah.
amazing.
That's incredible.
And so shout out to all those guys. Eric at Media Tech. Shout out to Media Tech. Weston, Eric Jewell, all those guys. Natasha, you're amazing. I think that's everybody. And lastly, shout out to Nayusi. I'm rocking my own brand today.
Oh, hell yeah.
Cool.
Energy, right? Use that shit wisely. I told you I'm always about the mental health. I'm a life coach as well. So get into it. I love you guys so much for having me on. I had such a
we
good
love
time.
Nyla.
Of course. Thank you so much
Anytime
for
you need me,
coming. This was
let
an
me know.
incredible episode. I
My
cannot
pleasure.
wait to see this one again. And thank y'all so much for coming back to the Dingbat District podcast. Follow me on Instagram at pbailey_comedy and the Dingbat District pod for the podcast Instagram. And then Paxton_Paley00 on TikTok if you're a nerd. Thank y'all so much
Yeah,
for
nerd.
coming out. Blake, plug up your stuff.
Nah, I'm good.
Blake, you have 2 other podcasts. Do some ads.
We'll do
Do
it.
some
We'll do a
ads.
different. We'll,
He's got the Worst MMA
Thank you.
podcast on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, correct?
yeah.
Apple Podcasts and Spotify, and then he's also got just follow his producer_Blake Smith.
Yeah.
On Instagram, he
Yeah.
does another podcast as well. Y'all check him out.
Yeah.
Thank
Called
y'all
Dick Pics.
It's called Dick Pics. No, it's not. Thank y'all so much for coming out. Y'all have a great rest of your